How are you feeling?
Blessed, I'm relieved.
What was it like to be on that stand?
I never thought I'd ever have to do anything like that. It's just relief, man. It's a burden lifted off my back, you know. Just get back to my family and continue to do the great things that I strive to do.
Thank you.
Oh man, so Metro Boomin just beat his sexual assault lawsuit in Los Angeles, man. It's been a good day for him. The jury said he's not liable on all counts, but here's the bigger question that nobody really answers after these situations, man. What happens when a man's career, reputation, and money get dragged through the dirt and then he walks out innocent? Because let's be real, man. The accusation itself is a lifetime sentence in the court of public opinion. So the accuser is Vanessa LeMay Stray, and it all goes back to 2016, all right? So her story is that Metro Boomin gave her alcohol. She took half a Xanax, blacked out, and woke up in the Beverly Hills hotel with him graping her, right? Now, a few weeks later, she says she was pregnant and assumed Metro was the father and had an abortion in November 2016. But here's where the credibility questions pile up. Now, she didn't file the lawsuit until October 2024, almost 8 years later. Now, her explanation is that the memory came back to her during an ayahuasca trip in therapy. And I'm sorry, but for a lot of people, that's a red flag, baby girl. Like, what you talking about, huh? The hell we got going on over here, man? But the assault got even crazy because she not only claimed assault and battery, but she tied her story into Metro's music, alright? So in the complaint, she actually pointed to lyrics from the rap song Rap Save Me. Because on the hook of the song, it said she took a Xanny and then she fainted. And she argued those lyrics were about her, which is crazy because we all know Metro Boomin is a producer. He don't even write raps, dog. For the slow folks, he just made beats. That's it. Like, even his explanation as far as why he was tweeting shit during the beef with Drake is because he can't rap at him. Because he don't know how to rap. But okay, man, the case went to trial in Los Angeles under George R. Gary Klausner, and Metro took the stand himself to testify and said that everything was consensual, never forced her, never had unprotected sex with her, alright? His team brought in a UCLA psychologist that testified that Vanessa already had PTSD, depression, and borderline personality disorder, basically saying her mental health struggles weren't the result of Metro, alright? Now, day one, her lawyers tried to get a mistrial, claiming the defense crossed the line, but the judge said nope. And Metro lawyers was really cooking because they got the judge to block old tweets and social media posts from being shown to the jury. Y'all remember all those posts that Drake fans was bringing up during the rap beef and shit when Metro was saying some things that were kind of questionable about ladies and things? Yeah, they were trying to show those in court, but they were blocked by the judge. Shout out to them. Now, those posts could have looked bad out of context, but legally they weren't relevant, all right? That's the judgment from the judge. Now, after all that back and forth, the jury came back fast with their verdict and said that Metro Boomin was not liable for sexual assault, battery, or any damages, okay? Now, he walked out feeling good. That boy had the all black suit on with the cap on. That boy feeling happy, saying that he was blessed and glad that the truth prevailed. Peep some footage real quick. Shout out to Megan Kuniv and Nancy Dillon for these exclusives.
How are you feeling?
Blessed, I'm relieved.
What was it like to be on that stand?
I never thought I'd ever have to do anything like that. It's just relief, man. It's a burden lifted off my back, you know. Just get back to my family and continue to do the great things that I strive to do.
Thank you.
How many tracks do you have on Young Thug's new album that's about to drop?
I've been so focused on this, man. I'm not even sure. But, you know, either way, that you watch Scooter, my brother, he with me, I'm with him.
All right, Metro Boomin, y'all. Metro wants some more.
Let me ask you inside, but again, how are you feeling?
Blessed, I'm relieved.
What was it like to be on that stand?
Never thought I'd ever do anything like that. It's just relief, man. It's a burden lifted off my back, you know. Get back to my family. Continue to do great things.
But let's keep it real, man. Let's talk about what we need to talk about. Even though he won, his name is still going to be linked to this forever Anytime someone has something negative to say about him, they gonna bring their shit up just cause they want to. No one wanna have no damn grape allegations on their name, dog, and it's just a shame that he stuck with this, bruh. It just doesn't disappear. And that's why men online and even some women are asking the question, what happens when the jury says that the man is clearly innocent? They smell the bullshit from a mile away. Does the accuser just walk free? Don't face any charges? Homie right here says false accusers should get the exact sentence the man would have got if he was guilty. It's only fair. Now leave that black man alone. Jail false accusers, please. It's a lady right here. Straight punch in the air. If he not guilty, don't hold this to his name. We knew that already. It's a lady. For those who don't know, civil and criminal don't mean the same thing. I'm glad because I sure was hoping my boy ain't going out like that. So nothing happens to the accuser. It's a lady right here saying if someone lies like this, they should receive this jail time. Said accuser, said accused would have faced. But Thug was supporting a rapist just yesterday. Y'all stay on that side. All right. But I will say this to be clear. He was not going to jail. This civil. He was not going to jail. But yeah, Vlad said this right here. So Metro Boomin was just found not liable on all 4 counts of sexual assault. He probably spent $500,000 taking it to court because he refused to settle. Do you know what happens to the accuser? Nothing. She had a lawyer on contingency, so the whole case was free. She gets to go back to her private life like nothing happened while Metro was out half a ticket, and will always have some people that think that he actually got away with it because he had high-priced lawyers. You cooked on that one, Vlad. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. They say Drake fans everywhere. It ain't funny, but it's funny because it's real. But Metro posted this right here saying, God and my angel forever behind me, all right? Shout out to Metro, bro. But let's finish talking about this. This case right here dragged everywhere for over a year. Like I told y'all, the Drake fans is going back and forth and throwing that at him. Headlines looking nasty, but to be real, people that really paid attention, that weren't just following the clickbait headlines or the sensational headlines, because once again, I told y'all before, in other coverage, that's the purpose when these lawyers write these lawsuits, they want the blogs to pick it up to go ahead and shame the person to hurry up and settle. But if you paid attention, then when an accuser builds part of her case off a song lyric that he didn't even write, yeah, people felt like this shit was never solid to begin with, man. But back to the question as far as like what should happen to accusers. So there were some studies that was done like back in 2009. This was published and it said that the false reports for sexual assaults was ranging between 2 to 8%. And I respect that, and I still want true victims to get their justice. You know, when people have things happen to them and they don't say anything, people will say, why they ain't never come out and tell the truth? Why they waiting so long in the first place? But cases like this that happen with Metro make skeptics out of people like me. I ain't gonna lie, because if you can wait 8 years and bring it up off an ayahuasca trip and try to use his music against them, that shit just don't sit right. And I'm not saying that every woman lies, but okay, in 2009, it was 2 to 8% of reports that were false, but 2009 was before the big boom of social media, where the opinion of so many people were very accessible and hate mobs was like never before. False news was still going on back then, but right now it's like nothing in comparison to what was going in 2009, just the volume of it. And then we had the Me Too movement in the late 2010s, and y'all know how that was weaponized by some she-wolves in sheep's clothing. I know if someone random reports, them shits would go up higher by now. But I get it though, I get it. I understand that the fear of you being actually assaulted and then going to file a lawsuit or going to police or whatever, accusing someone and it just looking like you lied, but you actually was assaulted, and then you could face repercussions like jail or being sued yourself. That right there would give a lot of people cause for pause before they go ahead and try to pursue charges if they were actually assaulted, just because that fear. So I can only think that may be the reason why the lawmakers ain't pushing for that. But I know they're thinking about it. But give me y'all thoughts on that in the comment section. What y'all think about that? But nevertheless, dog, thank God that Metro Boomin walks out cleared. But the damage to his name, that's permanent, man. Hopefully people are going to be mature about the situation, because we are, as an audience, becoming more understanding and smarter when it comes to dealing with receiving this information about these type of lawsuits. Accusers are being held accountable much more often than they were in the past. And, you know, thank God that we are going to a smarter climate, all right? Not just reactive. But when these things happen, it's going to make it harder and harder for true victims of sexual assault. And my heart goes out to them. Don't be afraid to go ahead and tell the truth when you are in those positions. You know, I know ladies that falsely accuse men make it tougher for you, but your truth is your truth. Then get the help you need as soon as possible. Trust me. But what do y'all think, man? If this does happen in the future, and we know for sure that the accuser is lying, how should they be punished? And how can we avoid setting a precedence that can make it scary for people that are truly sexually assaulted from coming forward because they don't want to, you know, have people think that they were lying and then they being falsely accused, you feel me? Let me know what you got to say in the comment section below. I'm going to get out of here though. This is another update with Stace. Yo.